Eat more fiber. This may be the most common nutritional advice that a GI doctor gives, and yet we often lack the time to detail exactly what it means. So in this video, let's do that so the advice is actually helpful. First, why set a fiber goal? Because it's been shown to help cancer, including my arch nemesis colon cancer, and even reverse heart disease. How does it do that? By controlling the rate of your bowels and helping to regulate your metabolism, which has positive impact on these diseases. Your fiber goal is to consume about 14 grams per thousand calories, which means most of us should be having about 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. And yet there's many people who consume over 2,000 calories a day, and they will need to aim for even more fiber intake. Often when you're having a high calorie diet, a lot of those calories are coming from fat, and that can disrupt your gut microbiome, leading to poor GI health. And for these people, I would not only encourage that you increase your fiber intake, but you bring everything into balance by also reducing your total calorie intake. To reach your goal, go slow and steady. This is definitely a time when the tortoise wins the race. How slowly? Add a gram day by day, and week by week, you'll move towards your fiber goal. This is important because if you try to introduce fiber all at once, you're going to get a lot of bloating, and that's not going to be what you want from this. I also don't want you to be throwing all your fiber into one meal. Don't just have a huge salad at lunch. Think about breakfast and dinner as well, and that way you can spread out the fun. Along the way, it's important to drink an ample amount of water and also to balance the two types of fiber, soluble and insoluble. And to understand why, let's talk about those two types of fiber. As its name would suggest, soluble fiber dissolves in water. And when it does so, it forms a gel-like substance that helps to bind sugar in your diet, which means that it is absorbed more slowly. Because it's absorbed more slowly, it doesn't make such a demand on your body to produce insulin. And that's really important because a high demand for insulin has been linked from everything to heart disease to cancer. Soluble fiber also binds bile. Normally, bile is reabsorbed at the end of your small bowel because our body recycles the cholesterol that it contains. Wouldn't you want to recycle? In this case, no, because by forcing our body to make new bile, we expend cholesterol. That lowers cholesterol, which helps heart disease. Soluble fiber sounds awesome, but it's crucial that it dissolves in water to form that gel. Fiber can actually absorb 20 times its weight in water, which means if you're not drinking enough water, don't expect it to work well. I want you to add up to 2 cups of water a day as you go on this journey to increase your fiber intake. Insoluble fiber is the second type of fiber, and while it does not dissolve in water, it does absorb a lot of water as well. And as it does so, it substantially bulks up your poop. It's like roids for your poop, making it all big and bulky. Now, a big bulky poop is a lot easier to move along, just like it's easier to squeeze toothpaste from a tube of toothpaste that's fresh and new than one that's almost empty. However, heed caution because insoluble fiber that is introduced too quickly into your diet will cause gas, bloating, and even diarrhea, the exact opposite of that easy regularity that GI doctors celebrate fiber delivering. As you first start to increase fiber in your diet, it can be great to start with a supplement because it's easy to introduce at any meal. An ideal one is psyllium because it's a soluble fiber and will dissolve in water or really any beverage. And that way it can accompany you at breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Psyllium is also great because it improves IBS symptoms, and that contrasts bran fiber that is insoluble and has actually been shown to worsen IBS symptoms. It causes a lot of bloating. And for this reason, I recommend that patients start with psyllium and generally avoid bran. Supplements can be a great way to start to introduce fiber into your diet, but ultimately you want to achieve this through food, legumes, vegetables, fruit, and grains. But that can be very particular to each individual because of food sensitivities and the way your GI tract reacts to these different foods. So in a separate video, we're going to dive into some of the details of the best food for fiber. And I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel and look forward to watching that with us. Thank you and be safe.